welcome to our video and our hangout. I love hanging out live with you guys. These are literally like my favorite type of videos to film because I could just go on and on and on about all of the topics. And I do hope that each week and each kind of chunking of categories is helping you. And if there's something that you still want to see, drop it down below right now, because I am still filming these every single day. I'm filming new ones for you guys. So it's not like these are all done in like September. You can still tell me what you want to see. And by the way, I'm on every single day live with you guys. Andre's usually watching as well. And we do our best to answer all of your questions and just be present and go through this process with you guys. But one question that I get so often, and probably just as much as what I went over yesterday with how to take pictures and how to grow your audience, is how do I start a YouTube channel, or even just get better on video? So while you might not want to start a YouTube channel per se, you might just want to film a YouTube video, which I would suggest this whole daunting thing of, I want to be a YouTuber. Do you want to know something really cool? The other day this happened to me and someone asked me, what do you do for a living? My answer, by the way, will 0% of the time be that I'm a YouTuber. I'm not. I create YouTube videos and I'm on YouTube, but I would never label myself as a YouTuber. First of all, in the beginning, that is the most daunting title ever, so don't do that. But I consider myself a lot more than, and it's not to say that like YouTubers are bad, but I consider myself a lot more diverse and that I do a lot other things than YouTube. And also YouTube is not my main source of income. So I'm just being super transparent. Is it like my favorite thing ever to do and film videos? Yes, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. But to me, when I first got started with YouTube and filming, I didn't label it as I'm going to be a YouTuber. I labeled it as I'm going to film a YouTube video. So whether it's to film a YouTube video or an IGTV or go live on Instagram or live on Facebook or just create video, how to do that. So one thing that I personally did, and this is how this whole thing started, is about, oh my gosh, I want to say six years ago, I started doing something called the Daily Grind. That's how this came to be with my team, because I wanted to be with them every single day, help them and guide them on their goals, but I also wanted to get better at video. So it was a little bit of a selfish thing when you think about it. I set a challenge for myself that I was going to go live every single day. And I did that for years, every single day, no matter where I was in the world. I remember one day I was about to walk into dinner in downtown Toronto, and Andre and I were about to sit down. I went, I'm just going to pop outside for 2 seconds, got to do the Daily Grind. And I went live in the streets of Toronto. Like, it was so busy. And I was like, I don't care. That's the power, though, of being on video constantly. You kind of start to get over the fact that you're filming in front of other people. Now, is it still difficult some days? Yes. Do I still get awkward sometimes if someone's like staring or whatever? Yes. Some days I don't care at all. And I'll give you a couple tricks and tips. If I'm holding, like right now, I'm on my big, beautiful, professional Canon camera. It's huge. If I walk around with that thing, with the mic and everything, hanging out, going through the parks in Disney, will I feel uncomfortable? Yes. But here's where I won't feel uncomfortable. And this, I'll just tell you guys how I do it. I just grab my phone and I'll literally face it to me and I will film and I'll just talk through. Yes, the audio will not be as good, but I'll just kind of flip your mindset for you. You could be FaceTiming. So if that helps you, it helped me at first. If that helps you, just think about it that way. Like, you don't need some big camera, just use your phone. And one thing that I do, and I still do this, is I will film in a quiet area. Let's say I'm out in public. I'll film in a quiet area and then I'll go out and film all the things that I'm doing. And then I'll go back to that quiet area to close out the video. That's just the sequence. And I hope that that serves you, because I just want you to know more than anything, you're not alone if you're nervous to be on video. It took me years to get better and better at it, but it came from a passion. So if you have a passion of sharing something, lead with the passion. Don't worry about the ums and the buts. And if something bad happens, your audience will probably love you more for it. So I always try and keep that in mind. Yes, it's probably the most difficult platform to post on because you have to edit it and make it great and everything. And it's also your most transparent self, but I think that's what makes it so special as well. So IGTV is pretty much the same thing as YouTube. You know, get consistent with it. You can also double down. So if you're posting a YouTube video, you can also post that to Instagram and double down on your content. The confidence will come with the level of consistency that you have. So I want to put out a challenge to you. I know we talked about the daily challenge of personal development and sharing what it is that you're doing. I hope that you're still writing out your top 10 goals every single day. And by the way, I saw a comment the other day while I was on live of someone saying, I was disappointed that I'm not chipping away at those top 10 goals. That's the point of the top 3 needle movers every single day, that you are chipping away at one of those goals. You should have moved the needle a smidge, even by 1% on one of those goals. That's the whole point of the top 10 to-do list. And it shouldn't be like, one of the top 10 goals, by the way, should not be, I want to make $1 million this week. Like, let's make them actionable and figure outable and achievable. Cool? Instead of making it like some pie in the sky crazy thing. So through all of this, and my whole take on getting better on video is consistency. So if you can put out a challenge for yourself where you are filming something every single day, whether you're doing a series of 4 stories on Instagram or a live video, or if you have a team of people that you want to try and motivate and help, be there. And you know what? You might start with 0 viewers. I did, by the way. I did. 0 people. I would talk to myself, but they were recorded, so they never went away. And that's the other thing, is if you hop off that live and you don't like it, you can delete it. No one else has to see it. It's fine. There's a lot of YouTube videos that I've created that no one will ever, maybe we'll like go into my unlisted library together one day and go through that. But there's stuff that people will never see because it was just terrible. And I just deleted it, or I just marked it as unlisted so no one can ever see it except for me if I really want to just torture myself and go back and look at that. But we all start at the same spot with no experience, no confidence in that area. And I think that's what makes it such a special journey, especially on video. So don't discount yourself. You've got this. If you're a bit shy, use those tips and tricks that I gave you, but you can do this. And if you ever need help, I have the academy that I've talked about, but I have a ton of videos on my own main channel about how I film videos and how I started on YouTube. And if you ever want a good laugh, just go back and look at like my really old videos and you'll be like, oh, okay, Angie started somewhere too once upon a time. So I love you guys. And tomorrow we're going to jump into, we're going to switch from social media to more like routine stuff. And a lot of you have asked, and I told you guys to share your recommendations and what you want to see. But a lot of you guys asked how I schedule out my day, how I plan my day. So it's about to get really freaking good. Cool. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, dudes.